Continuing with our video number 2 here on the 10-ton E-chill. And again, we have the covers off here. In our main compartment here, we have the primary 10 horsepower or 10-ton scroll compressor. Particularly for our 10-ton units, it's kind of an upgraded compressor. It's called the Ultratech. It basically has internal capacity control. So the way this unit is set up, we ship it with a 10-degree differential. Let's say we have the unit set at 50 degrees Fahrenheit. The first stage of the compressor, which is approximately 45 or 50% capacity, will be operating for the first 5 degrees. So if you set the set point at 50, the compressor is going to be operating at half capacity till it gets up to 50 degrees. If it can't keep up, then the second full stage will keep in, and that goes up to the 10 degrees above your set point. That differential, that 10-degree differential I mentioned, we can teach the customer, train the customer how to adjust that. You want the biggest differential possible, because that keeps your compressor running the longest, or rather it minimizes the starts and stops on a compressor. The way this works inside is it's almost like a solenoid in there, and a scroll compressor has the bottom movable section of the scroll. The upper section of the scroll compressor is fixed, yet on the Ultratech that actually moves up and down on a solenoid, and by moving up and down you're basically bypassing more of the gas in there, which is how we get the capacity control. It's a really, if you Google or ask us for information on the Ultratech, it's really a slick design. On our chillers, all the ones that we do make for both inventory or for customer orders, we do install both a low pressure and high pressure adjustable switches. The low pressure is automatic reset, and it'll be preset at the factory here. A high pressure fault requires that you manually come back and reset it here right at the pressure switch. We also have low ambient capability. These are outdoor rated chillers. They can go in cold weather or hot weather. We also have this fan switching switch here that turns the fan on and off based on refrigerant pressure, and that's what's needed to allow this to go out in cold climates, whether it's 0F outside as an example. It actually works in conjunction with another fixed pressure switch up here. So between the fixed pressure switch and this adjustable one here, we have a wide range of the fan, the secondary fan going on and off for our low ambient capability and feature. There's actually 2 fans in this chiller, and they are separated by this steel barrier that you see right behind that 10 horsepower compressor. So we got two fans up there. So one is fixed speed on all the time as needed, and then the other one will only be on as needed based on the basically based on the ambient conditions. Lastly, we got this here. This is a freeze stat. We install that on every chiller. It is ideal. It is there for people who are not running a low temperature glycol application, and it's there to protect the unit. So if you're running, it senses refrigerant temperature. So if you're running straight water, this freeze stat will turn off the chiller if the refrigerant gets to an unsafe temperature, which therefore would be freezing up the water in the evaporator. If you are running a low temp application, meaning 25 Fahrenheit, in that range, below 45 Fahrenheit to 25 Fahrenheit, and running glycol, this does not serve any purpose. So if you do get the unit and you're a brewery, for example, or a low temperature application, take this screw off and turn this to its absolute lowest setting, which I think is 0 or less. Otherwise it ships standard from the factory set at 30 degrees. Okay, so we are going to turn the unit on in video number 3.